Hey guys, I thought today what I'll do is show you a couple of these new Veritas 3.0 rods. So these have just come out this season, and obviously we've got a whole family of them. So we've got basically your micro jigging, your slow pitch jigging, straylining, soft baiting. We've even got a couple of nice rods you could use off the shore around the 9 foot mark. Got the 12 footer and obviously the 14.6, which is quite known out there. But just the basic things about these new Veritas rods is we've got new EVA grips, sort of contoured ones. We've got the Sub-Layer Armour, which we put into these models, and it's still got the 30-ton graphite. So the main things is just obviously new graphics, and the EVAs have been quite nicely updated. So we'll just run through a few of these for you guys, and I'll get a bit of a bend in the rods as well for you. So starting with the straylining side of things, which is what I sort of love the most, straylining. They've got some real nice rods for straylining in the Veritas model. So there's three that I would probably look at, and the first one is quite a heavy rod, and it'll be something that you'd use, like, you know, you've got a bait runner or something like that, and you want to lob out a big bait out the back and just put it in the corner of your boat. So that one's an 8 to 15 7-foot one piece. It's a real nice rod. It's got a heap of grunt down the bottom end, but perfect for that big snapper, you know, straylining, or, you know, off the rocks even. It's probably quite a cool rod. So there's that one, the 7-foot 8 to 15 one piece, and then dropping down there's the 7-foot 2 6 to 10 kg one piece. So that's just basically your standard 6 to 10 rod. Still, once again, beautiful rod. You got a little bit more length in it, 7'2", so you could also probably use it as sort of a heavy soft bait rod. Yeah, real nice rod overall. So that's just your standard 610. And then the one that I would probably more strayline with is the 7-foot 4 to 8 kg one piece. So I quite like those lighter rods for straylining. I do strayline a lot more with braid, so it's quite nice having that sort of give in the rod. So, you know, you're not sort of breaking your trace or whatever all the time, or losing fish. So that's the strayline setup. So there's the three rods that I would probably look in the Veritas family for your straylining. Now, looking at the micro jigs and the slow pitch jig Veritas rods, there's actually a couple of nice Veritas rods that have come out in the 3.0 for this kind of fishing. And what they've done is they've actually closed up that EVA on the butt section. So I know a lot of guys like that, you know, the EVA and then your rod blank up to your reel seat, or a little bit of EVA again. But what's been happening is a lot of guys have been complaining about the blank sort of rolling around in the rod holder, and probably bruising your blank and sort of scuffing up your blank and stuff. So what they've done is they've closed it up and just given it a full EVA, so it's quite nice, you know, even though it has changed. So this is the 6'3" micro jig rod, PE 2 to 4. So it's got a maximum of 150 grams, and it's got the nice little trigger there as well. Here's one in your spin. So this is a 6'3", and it's a 1 to 3 PE rating on this one, and it's a maximum of about 80 grams. So you've got a little bit more length there, so it's 6'3". But I do quite like those micro jig rods. Have been around that sort of 6'2", 6'3", and this is quite a cool little rod. So once again, they've closed up that gap, and yeah, overall it's just quite a nice little rod. So that's a 6'3", 1 to 3 PE, and maximum of 80 grams. So that's your spin. So here's another spin here. This is a little bit shorter, and this has actually got a rating of 6 to 10 kgs. So it's got a 12 to 68 gram sort of jig rating. So in your slow pitch Basically this is the slow pitch. Once again they've closed up the, they've got the full EVA there. This is quite a cool little rod. It's 6'2" and it's a PE 3 to 5, so very buddy. And this rod here, I wouldn't, I'd probably chase kingfish, Hauraki Gulf kingfish with this, and jig sort of 200 gram jigs, and have a blast on this. This will handle, I would say, a 10 to 15 kilo kingy out in the Gulf, on the sand. No worries about getting snagged up or anything like that. This would be a whole lot of fun. So that's one that I would really look at if you guys are into chasing kingfish with sort of like that sort of 100 gram, 150 gram jig. These are quite cool to use. And so that's your 6'2", PE 3 to 5, and it's got a 230 gram rating of your jig. And the cool thing is you've got the little trigger there as well. So that's a cool rod. Now they also have it in the spin. So same thing, they've closed up that gap there. They've got a gap there between that runs down through your reel seat, but that's got that carbon sort of layer there to protect it. And this is also 6'2", your PE 3 to 5, and it's a 230 gram as well. So once again, I would probably put my little Slammer 4500 on this and go chase kingfish, Hauraki Gulf kingfish on it. Run a 200 gram or 150 gram, and you'll have a blast with this kind of get up. So perfect for Hauraki Gulf kingfish. So in the soft baiting side of things, we've got the little soft bait here, and this is the little 4 to 8 2-piece. So perfect for soft baiting, and also you could look at the 7'2", 6 to 10 1-piece as that heavy sort of side of soft baiting. So yeah, that's just a few of the little Veritas rods that have come out. That's the 3.0 Veritas rods. So once again they've got the full Fuji components through the guides, the reel seat, and obviously they've got that Sub-Layer Armour and the 30-ton graphite. So it's a real high-spec rod. And we've just got the full family, so pretty much whatever you want to do out fishing, we've got the whole family there to pick and choose. So just remember, Veritas rods, I know in the surf casting side of things is very popular, but we run Strayline, we run micro jigs, we run slow pitch and soft bait, which is probably still popular as well. So yeah, that's a little bit on our Veritas rods.
Abu Garcia for life.